Well, hello. Hello, everyone. Just doing a pop-up here. Just had a good day and thought I would jump on and invited Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Do we have? There she is. You got your mouth. You got your mic
Hello.
muted.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go.
I wanted to make sure I didn't, you know, mess
No,
up
I
the
hear you.
music.
I hear
The
you.
music was
Hi,
great.
Suzanne. Hi,
Hello.
Shatika. Thanks for coming in. No real plan here today. It was just kind of a fun day, and I thought I'd like hop
Mm.
on and say hi to everybody and see what everybody's working on. I got some new things in the mail today, or in the Amazon delivery, that to work on my project. There's nothing worse for me. I'm trying to like find projects that I might have the yarn for. That's the challenge, right? You have like a project to do, and all of a sudden you have no yarn for it, and that makes another trip to the yarn store, and we end up buying more things. So if I could possibly do that and use something I have, even better.
Mm-hmm.
How was your day?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, we just did some work. Went to the Home Depot. It was exciting. Not really, but yeah, we.
May not be exciting, but it's expensive.
No. I think we spent like $8. That was good.
I've never gone in there and spent $8. How does that work?
We just got wire and something else. Yeah, nothing huge. But he wants to get wood. Now that's a whole nother thing. But I told him he's got to figure out like how much wood, how many.
What are we building?
Well, we need to put a fence around our garden because the aminals are going to be eating dinner. So we have
I
a
understand.
we have a short little fence that we got from this place called Ocean State Job Lot, but it's only about 5.5 feet tall, and I'm thinking that's not going to cut it. And
No.
it's a decoy, but not I don't think it's enough. So I think he's realizing he needs to make it taller.
Yeah, yeah, it works like that. I mean, they can jump over it and stuff.
I
What do
know,
you have mostly? Is it deer and stuff?
deer, and then we have rabbits too.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Hmm.
They can actually climb because I have a fence behind my yard and it backs up to the green belt. And the rabbits actually climb up a little wall and work through the fence.
Okay.
I read a book a long time ago called The Rabbit Proof Fence, and it's about the indigenous people of Australia.
Hmm.
And I don't have a rabbit proof fence.
I don't think anybody does, but
Mm-mm.
unless
They
it's
just
metal,
come in and they eat whatever they want to
they eat
eat.
whatever they want. Yeah, that's cool.
So let's see. I will show like kind of I did a little short today, and I thought I'd play
Mhm.
that,
Okay.
and we could see what I did today.
Hmm.
I made a video, and I'll go back and I'll do a big edited and produced video.
Hmm.
But at this point, it's just I took it little snapshots out of the video, and then I made just like a YouTube reel, or not YouTube, Instagram reel.
Hmm.
So those are kind of fun and they're easy.
They are easy, but I love them.
Yeah. So I called it
Hmm.
Unraveled Sunday Unraveled. So
Okay.
let me see. You saw it, didn't you?
I
I
did.
thought
Yep.
I did. Okay, cool. Well, I'll put it up there and we'll like watch it.
Sure.
There we go. See if this thing will actually play. I guess I have to go over to Instagram
You
and
do.
do it.
Hmm.
So that's how we ended. We ended in the let me kill this thing. There
It's
we
nice.
go. So we ended in the water. So
I
hence I
understand.
have a massive sunburn from
Yeah.
hanging out in the water afterwards, but it was a good day and it was
Hmm.
beautiful. And
Nice.
those big cactuses that grow on the hills were in full bloom.
Oh,
And
wow.
we saw thistles are starting to bloom. They're really pretty as long as you don't run into one. Do you know lupins? Lupins are starting to bloom. Do you know what those are?
I do
I don't
not.
know if you have those back east. It's kind of a Colorado, California thing. I think it's mountainy kind of things. It's they they're just purple flowers. They almost look like mini snapdragons, but they're all purple.
Okay.
And then
Nice.
we have the mustards in full bloom. So if you have allergies, it's not a great time to do
Okay.
stuff. But, for me, it works out all right. So
Okay.
I don't
Nice.
have allergies, but I feel bad for people that do because
Yeah.
it's a miserable thing.
Yep.
So let's see what else. I'm working on last night or night before last. I asked I have another granddaughter that's coming out here, and I haven't seen her in quite a long time. And I asked her grandfather, my ex-husband, what animals she liked, and she likes dragons.
Oh.
So I was looking for amigurumi. I've become like an amigurumi addict.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out and I was looking for different ones, and I found that I like the chenille yarn, but I don't like it as much as knitting or crocheting with the worsted, and
Mm-hmm.
it turns out better for me for some reason.
Yep.
Let me see what that is. Okay, cool. It just looks better to me if I do that, but I'll show you what I am doing. I have everything like where we can kind of look at what I'm
Mm.
doing. I learned all this good stuff, how to do stuff.
Yeah. Takes a
It's
minute. That's good.
amazing.
Yes.
So this is what I'm making. Let me show you. Let him on stage. Is he cute or what? He's almost like a creature from Black Lagoon looking thing.
Yes. Oh, yeah, he is actually.
But I love him. And he has a wire armature on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And he has those really pretty eyes. And I can make him where his head turns. The instructions are for
Oh,
him to have like a whatever you call that. What do you call that thing? I forget what they call those. I bought them. You know what I'm talking about? They're like joints, but you let you turn and stuff. And if
concerned.
you want to have like joints on baby dolls and arms that move, you
That's
can do that. And in his toes, you put pipe cleaners so that you can wrap his little toes to grip things and put things on him. I mean, I thought that was really cute. So I don't know how hard this is going to be, but
Yep.
he's cute.
Did you look at the? You haven't looked at the pattern. Just
I
look ahead
have.
a couple steps. Yeah.
I started. Yeah, so I
But I
think he's
mean,
cute.
like, yeah. So far, so good. Like, you haven't seen anything.
So far, I have
Mhm.
not struggled too much with him, but let me see if I
Okay.
could. And you can make them in different colors. See, like
Yeah,
that's
that's very
cute.
cute. Yeah, the purple's interesting.
So if you want like a different color one, you can do
Mhm.
that. And I like it.
Very cute.
Let's see what else. Let's like see what other colors that are little things, but like you can make little buddies,
Oh, nice.
put him in a basket. It's not, and it's like I don't know if I'm just using big yarn or whatever, and it looks really small, but the one I'm making doesn't necessarily look as small. So
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see. So I started a little bit. I'll show you. I'll go to
Mhm.
my
Sure.
camera and I'll show you what I started.
It's cute.
Okay. Let's see if this thing works. Woo! I'm getting good with this camera thing. Camera
Mhm.
business. I started his tail. So it's just like it's like a um is it like it's like a magic circle, but or magic ring or whatever you call it. It's
Mhm.
a little bit smaller than 6, and then you just, start increasing ever so, it gives you like the thing to do increases. Anyway,
Right.
so what you do is you're going to put a wire armature down inside there to where it's going to attach to the body, and you're going to be able to bend the tail and stuff once you stuff
Mhm.
it. So you'll put
Nice.
that in there. And then the fingers are, it reminds me of the raccoon. And it's like I'm glad I did some raccoon fingers because it's a little bit tough if
Yes.
to do those fingers. Because
Mhm.
what it is, it's like a magic circle, but
Yeah.
then I'm gonna show you, like, if I can show you. It's like the magic circle, right? But
Mhm.
you're doing the same amount all the way down, so it kinda you gotta really work it, and what I generally do is I'll, like, stick my needle end in there or, kinda work it to where it's like that. And then I've got my little tail in there so I can tighten up that little hole,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
that'll work.
Looks
And
good.
then, so I'll show you what I bought. Let me go. I'll show you another thing. Because, it's like sometimes you have this stuff laying around and sometimes
Yes.
you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Yep.
I have some wire to do flowers with, but I didn't have the flowers to do, or the wire to do the armature, because
Mm,
it really seemed to me that you needed a much bigger type of wire than what you would use for the things for the
right.
flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, I'll go to Amazon. I'll show you what this wire
Sure.
looks like that I bought. So this is what the wire looks like. And it said get a coated wire, and I think that's so that if it's steel or something, it doesn't rust. This
Right.
is aluminum wire, so it wouldn't rust anyway. And
Mm-hmm.
as you put this wire in there, what I think you have to do is, like what I did on that raccoon, is you kind of bend like a circle on the end, and so that it doesn't poke through the yarn, and then it would be
Okay.
safe. And
Oh
if
yeah.
you don't have
That's
that kind of wire, I read that you're safe to do to use duct tape around whatever you do have, and
right.
that will make it safe too, and it makes it kind of flat to where it's not gonna poke out. So I may
Mm-hmm.
even put some on the end, but
Yeah,
that's like what I'm using for um, the wire.
it's good.
And so it's quite a lot. I'll show you. It's a big thing of it. It's quite
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
wire, you
Oh yeah.
know. It's not, something that, if I don't use it for amigurumi, I can use it for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, and it's aluminum, so it actually bends pretty stinking easy with your hands, but you'd
Okay.
probably want a plier to do it. But
Right.
it's gonna be pretty easy to bend. And the other thing I bought were these pipe cleaners, and I got black and white because they
Mm-hmm.
come in a kit, like, together, and the
Okay.
black and white seems to be okay because I think you could use the white in pastel colors, or you could use the black in some more solid type of colors or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
So it has that. And then, of course, I have a million safety eyes, but you never have the right size for the project that you're working on.
I can't believe you have to
Right.
buy more eyes.
So I bought 20 millimeter eyes, and I
Ooh.
had this like fascination and love of these eyes, and you can put different colors behind them. You see
Oh,
that?
there you go. Yeah, that's nice.
And you can make them. I've got green and gold and blue and all the different kinds of colors
Mm-hmm.
that you can get. So they come in these little packs, and there's
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of them in there.
Yep.
And it wasn't a bad price to get a whole bunch of them. I just figure you have them, and if somebody needs
Mm-hmm.
them, and it's like you stop making amigurumis, you can send them to other people,
That is true.
right? Oh, Susanna's came in.
Yes,
Hello,
she came in.
Suzanne. So
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about like making a new amigurumi. I can put it back on the screen if you want to see what we're making, or
Mm-hmm.
what I'm making. I don't know if anybody else is making it, but I'm making it
Yeah, we'll throw it out there
'cause
for the
I'm
group.
addicted. 'Cause I'm
Mm.
a bit addicted.
That's funny.
I know. I never thought in the world, in this world, that I would do that.
Yep.
So I have to jump around. Sorry, it takes me a second.
Mhm. Oh
So
yeah.
anyway, that's what it looks like, and it's just a really cute little thing. And I actually had some green and some other
Mhm.
colors. I found like this green. It looks like I had started another
Oh,
alligator
oh,
thing,
yeah,
a
that's
scarf.
nice one.
And I took it, and so I had that in a bag with the
Yes.
green, and then I had this really thick worsted weight green
Mhm.
here, and that seems to work well with
That's
that
good.
color.
Mhm.
So I think it'll be all right. So you got the purple, or I mean, sorry, this light green and dark
Yeah.
green, and
Mhm.
then it has like a purple in there, and then
Yeah.
the eyes are purple too. So maybe I'll like do the
Mhm.
eyes purple. Do I have purple? I do have purple. This is purple.
Yeah,
Well,
Suzanne
it
said,
kinda
"Oh,
looks
that's
pink.
adorable." Yeah, she said,
It
"That's
kinda looks
adorable."
pink.
Yep.
Aw, thank you. It kinda
Mhm.
looks purple, so I think that would look cute with
Yeah.
the rest of the trim. But,
Mhm.
think about it, you can make that if you didn't have purple eyes and you want it to be blue or pink or whatever
Mhm.
for whatever kinda kid, but my goal is to have a whole bunch of these little amigurumis laying around. I'll show you the purple ones, Suzanne, it's
Mhm.
really cute. My goal is to have a bunch of these kinda sitting around so that, when my grandkids come by, they can pick something, and something that's suitable that boys might like and girls
Right.
might like, and, we've got a lot of boy grandchildren, so I thought, make some snakes and stuff like that. That'd be kinda
That's
cool.
cute.
And I think I've shown these before, but with those safety eyes, you can get a set of these online on Amazon, and they're not terribly expensive, and that's the stem. So whenever you're doing these, you put the back on, and then the
Mm,
stem, and you put it down on a flat surface. You push down, and it doesn't take a tremendous amount of pain to get it to
right.
fasten. That was a large. Let me see the small. No, small won't work on it. So the small one's really teeny.
It's really small. Yep.
Yeah,
Compared.
it's really
Right.
small, so
Right.
you have the little bitty eyes. But this one, it looked like I needed the exact eye size because it's that lining around it. It's got like a rim around it. So I
Mhm.
thought that would do that. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I've got a tail
Yep.
done, that piece, use the armature wire and as I stuff it so that we can have a bendable tail. And
Right.
then the fingers are going to have the pipe cleaners in them. So I guess what we're doing is something probably like that so that, you could actually bend
Oh.
the fingers, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
But anyway, I thought it was really cute. And
Good.
that's what my haul was about today. So I got a bunch of cool stuff in the mail, and Amazon is very, very reliable in Southern California. I guess it's because it's high density so
Mm.
that we can yeah, it's a paid pattern, and let me tell you how much it was. I'll tell you how much it was. When I find something I want, it's like that one, but it wasn't a lot. It was $10. I guess that is kind of pricey for a deal. But if you buy it, like if you like a particular artist I've found on Etsy,
Mhm.
if you put it
Mhm.
in your shopping cart, a lot of times they'll give you a comeback discount
Okay.
code.
Please come
I don't
back.
know if you've ever done that.
Oh
They'll
yeah.
say, like, "Come back 10," or whatever it is, and
Mhm.
they'll take some money off of it,
Yep.
and this particular one, if you like what this designer makes, she'll take 25% off if you buy 3.
That's not bad.
So, it's like, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, some of the free ones, I look at them and they're, like, really difficult to read because they
Oh.
have all that, like, advertising in between it,
Oh,
and
right.
then have you seen the ones now to where you'll find a free one and they'll give you an enhanced one, but if you pay for it, and they'll take all the garbage
Yes.
out of it.
That's right. Yep.
So, I don't know.
That's how they
I
do it
can't
here.
design them yet, so I'm buying them.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
like the Highland cow, that we did, or the Highland Q, we've been working on that. I've got my
Yep.
little head done, and I've got my body almost done. I've gotta
Yeah, it
put
looks
some,
good.
close that up a bit and do the neck, and then I'll be ready. I'll have that done by Friday, so,
Mhm.
um we'll have that ready.
That's good. Looks great.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
I came across a lady who had done it on Facebook, and I said, "I recognize that thing."
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. It was somebody I didn't know. It was a crocheter, and I went, "Oh, yeah, I recognize that."
That's
Same
awesome.
color. She did the orange color. Yep.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought that, and then I see what Liz is doing, and they're the cutest things I've ever seen.
Mhm.
When she's doing the purple and white one, and she
Yeah.
did a yellow and orange one,
Yeah.
and, like I said, I think you could do, like if somebody was, like, a big sports fan or something, you can make them in
Mhm.
their team colors or
Oh, yeah.
something like that.
I just thought
But
it
I
was
could
funny. Yeah, it's funny because I had all this orange, so that's why I ended up making it. Because I said I had a 1 pounder of orange. I haven't even touched that thing. Like, I used so much of it, but there's still so much left, so that's why I just picked orange. I haven't even touched that thing.
oops, sorry.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, it's like there's just so many things to work on, and, I laugh because every time I wanna do a project, I have to go hunt through all the mess to find the right stuff. Like,
Yep.
I found this yarn in my stash, and I had started something, like a baby something at some point, and I just didn't finish it, and it's really a cute yarn,
Oh, yeah.
and I think that would make an okay amigurumi, don't you?
Mm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could, let me do this thing, I'll show you. I wish I could have everything on one screen. I need to do that dual monitor thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does
But
help.
yeah, it's a really cute yarn,
Mhm.
and, I like it. And
Yeah.
I was making baby sweaters out of it, but,
Mhm.
it's kinda cute, and I think you could do like, this dragon would be adorable, and you take one of these,
Mhm.
you know, s contrasting colors and put with it, and it would be really cute.
Yeah, it is very nice.
So I wonder if I'm ever gonna knit again. I don't know.
I'm,
It's
I'm,
summertime,
I'm
and I
laughing.
don't wanna make baby sweaters too much, and that's who I generally knit for is the
Mhm.
grandkids,
Yeah,
and so I'm thinking, well, maybe wait till later because I don't know how big they're gonna grow.
that is true.
Because I have a stash of baby sweaters that I started that by the time I finished them, she had outgrown them.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of them are newborn, so I'll just give it to Anna, and she can use them on babies or something. But she
Mhm.
still has all these dolls that she's collected what are those things called? The ones that look really alive?
Oh, not reborn.
Yeah, they're like that. Yeah.
They're like reborn. Okay.
Yeah, they're kinda like that. The ones that you
Hmm.
take to the grocery store with you and everybody freaks out
Oh yeah.
because they think and she used to take them and throw them up in the air, and then people would be like, "Oh, there's this child throwing a child into the air."
Wow.
But she didn't hurt anybody.
No, it's just people freak out. Yeah, they.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. It's good.
So what are you working on?
I am still. I'm going back and forth with all of my my two scarves. So I did a little I did a little bit of dishcloth this morning and finishing that up later on. Oh, sorry. Here's my one scarf. And let me get that a little closer so you can see. So this is that thick and thin yarn, and literally it's thicker here and then thinner over here. So it's pretty cool, but it's going to take me 500 years to knit this.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to be
Well,
doing that, yeah, forever. Yeah.
and it's not really it's no rush, right?
No, not really, but it's kind of light. Like I think this would be a good little summer or fall thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's really
Yeah, I think that they make some really cute, like really light. And I started one, I never finished it, but really light, like t-shirt type of stuff that you could
Mhm.
wear, and they look really dressy and pretty, if you
They
do
do.
them,
Yep.
nicely. But it's so hot here sometimes,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't
I
need a
don't know.
scarf, I'm sure.
Especially when your skin's on fire like mine, it's like I'm
Mhm.
burnt
Oh,
up.
that looks painful.
Not yet, it will be.
Okay.
I keep a good stock of this thing called, do you remember Hawaiian Tropic? I don't
Oh,
know
well,
if you
yeah,
remember that.
yeah, that stuff smelled great. I like the
Yeah,
smell.
they make this lotion, it's called After Sun, and it
Oh,
is made for me, and if it
okay.
gets super bad, I have aloe vera in the
You have
backyard. I can
aloe over
always
there? Yes, you gotta have
can
that
always
aloe.
cut some aloe vera down and
It's
put that
nice.
on there, but generally, I tolerate a sunburn pretty well,
Ugh, looks
and
painful.
sometimes I actually like it. It's, like, kinda like it feels like summer to me. It's like, "Ooh, it's sunburn." It's not bad. I
Okay,
don't get blistered or anything, but a
that's
little
good.
light sunburn, you just kinda go,
Okay.
"Ooh, this is nice." So I was out in that, I told Liz today, I said, "Girl, I'm gonna be brown as you." It's like, because I put on my makeup today, it's like, "Oh my gosh, I got sun on my face."
Yeah, you didn't need a whole lot, right?
I broke my helmet today,
Mhm. That's good.
so luckily, my granddaughter's helmet fits my head, so I'm going to use
Oh, that is
hers.
good. Yeah, you don't have to go and buy another one. Hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna make a really cool graphic, though, that says Renee Unraveled on it.
you should actually.
Wouldn't that be cute? Because hers was black, solid black. Mine was
Yeah,
white, and
yeah.
hers is black. I just hope it's not super hot, that black helmet.
Right, right.
But,
It
I
might
was
be.
thinking, wouldn't it be cool to do, like, a vinyl with I have a Silhouette or a Cricut, if you have either
Okay.
one, and
Yeah,
put, like, your kinda logo on there. It's
that would
kinda
be funny.
corny,
A
kinda
lot of people
corny.
people do it all the time. I'm telling you, like the cruisers do it. And they have their little QR codes and stuff like that. I think but it's interesting. I don't think people are really into it, but they're prepared. They're ready to share that channel with people. So it's not a bad
But
idea.
you know what, you could, I mean, like, because I do put mountain biking things on my
Yeah.
videos, not I try not to do the too many long forms. I'm gonna start moving them over to
Hmm.
another site that I have called Maxed Out Mountain Biking,
Okay.
So I think I'm probably gonna move my stuff eventually over there. I don't want to move it right
Mhm.
now because I have enough videos that if I ever did want to be monetized, I actually have enough videos.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. You just gotta
But,
get
I
those
just the
hours.
watch hour thing,
Yep.
watch hours and subscribers and,
Mhm.
I haven't I just started trying, right? I really haven't ever tried. And,
Right. Yeah.
within like a couple of weeks, I got 65, watch hours.
See? And it can
That's
come
crazy to me.
fast. Yeah. No, it's great. It's good. Yep.
That's crazy to me. And 16 subscribers within like 2 weeks. It's like,
Mhm.
that's not even trying real, you know?
Right. That's the best way to go.
And some of it oh, yeah, Suzanne, we have to go back and look at the replay, but or you can go on my Instagram too. I have a
Mhm.
video of my, capers today. We had really a good time. We went 10 miles or so, 10.9
Mhm.
or something miles, or
Yep.
29 miles. I can't remember exactly. And we did 1,300 plus vertical. So it
Wow.
was a lot of uphill
Yeah.
and the cactuses were all blooming out in the outback. And it's so nice because, California is very populated, right? But I live at
Mhm.
the base of a mountain and we go from our house to go into this national park. And when
Wow.
you get out there, there's no sound. There's
Oh, that's
nothing.
creepy.
It's
Mm.
and it's just amazing that,
Yes.
you can do that. But today was pretty interesting. I like
Hmm.
have to see if I can get this video or this
That's nice.
photo over. Oh, and I saw World War II planes, propeller planes
Mm.
today.
Wow.
That was way interesting. You don't see
Yeah.
that every day,
You do not. That's good.
so that was kind of cool. Let's see. I'm going to show you this one. I love airdrop.
Yeah, no, it is
Airdrop
easy,
is
isn't it? I love it. Yep.
oh
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh. You
Suzanne's
have to pick a
asking if
lane.
yeah, if you mountain bike. Yeah, so she does. And you'll see the video if you check out the
I'll do the
short.
mountain biking. Let's see if I can do an image and I'll show you what I did, this download. So let me see if I can get this bad boy up there. So today was kind of interesting. Oh, it's not going to show, is it? Wait, oh, there it is. Okay.
You have to yeah, there you go.
So yeah. So look at that. Do you see what that says?
I yes. I saw that
It says
immediately. I was like, "Oh no. No, no."
they were everywhere. And
Today?
it's like they were oh, those signs, they were not the
Oh, just the
lions,
sign.
but
Okay, not the
the
lines. Okay.
signs are everywhere. And when we
Woo,
saw the sign, we were kind of like, when was the date on that? Oh,
right.
October or May 20 or yeah, May 20th. That was days
Couple
ago.
days back.
That lion's
That's not
probably in
that
another
long
state by
ago.
now.
Yeah, they're probably
Well, to
creeping
me, it's
around.
like that dude. And then, think about it. There were a lot of hikers out there. There are a lot of people
Oh.
moving slower than me. I'm probably safe. I'm probably all right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they did have some areas fenced off. So I don't know if somebody got attacked. I don't know,
Mm.
you know, what's going on. Suzanne, I ride one that it's an electric bike, but it's made by Specialized, which is my favorite bike of all time. And
Okay.
it's called a Turbo Levo.
Oh, wow.
And on that bike, it's not one of those things like a throttle and you're riding like a motorcycle. You're going
Right.
to work hard and you're going to be tired when it's done. All it
Mhm.
really does is give you enough torque to ride up that hill and to be able to, and for mountain biking, I can ride a bike. It's like, it's no question I can ride a bike. But how many times can I go up a hill and fly down? Because the fun part is down,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, it's like, so you want to, if you have that extra oomph when you're like a senior citizen like me, it's kind of like I can do it over and over and over again.
That's great.
And it's like, it's way cool. They are just amazing bikes. You still have to have a lot of skill to do the technique.
Mhm.
Um, you still need to know how to ride because when you're going up verticals, because I mean, there's some verticals that we ride that we're
Right.
riding so vertical that you have to
Right.
lean over your handlebars or your bike's going to flip backwards, and you don't want to do that. I don't,
No, it makes sense.
but I
Yeah.
have. You
But
know,
you
I
okay.
have flipped over backwards. I've learned the hard way, you know,
No, thank you.
and yeah.
You have the
Well,
mountain lions. No, thank you. I'm with
I did see a dead squirrel today.
Ooh.
So somebody got him. There were a lot of squirrels out, but somebody that poor squirrel didn't make it. He must have been running right across there. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, yeah, the 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 electric bikes are great. We don't ride on roads and you know, we have one my granddaughter has one that's like a beach cruiser and it has a throttle
Mhm.
on it. So
Yep.
she can just tool around town, but these are just really not designed for that because I have what they call a mullet bike. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
A mullet bike means that your front wheel's bigger than your back wheel,
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
and so it lets you, like, go over things easier and up, you know, and over rocks and things like that. Because
Yes.
you know, the things are very rocky and, you know, a lot of hairpin turns and things
Yeah.
like that. So,
That's good.
I'll do a video later of all the kinda cool
Oh, yeah.
things, and I'll speed it up so you don't have to be miserable and sit through 2 hours of video, but it's really cool. But, yeah, Suzanne, if you like riding in the out, you know and it doesn't have to be mountain biking. I mean, if you're trail
Mhm.
riding, these things work really well. If you're going up and down, like, bike paths,
Yep.
if you're older I mean, I have friends that are in their 70s, and they're riding bikes still, and that was unheard
Good.
of.
Mhm.
Do you know what we call a non-electric bike? We
Dummy.
call 'em Amish we call 'em Amish bikes.
Oh, Amish. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow.
So
Well,
but,
that
you know
is true.
and you can you know, people will say, "Oh, you know, you got a 13-year-old on one," and yeah, I do, but when the 13-year-old started riding, he was really, really little, and
Mm.
what happens is it allows him to keep up with the adults.
Sure.
So everybody's riding on the same terms, and you
Yes,
can
that
back off
helps.
on the power if you wanna be a badass and you wanna
Mm.
be all hardcore, you can turn it off, you know,
Okay.
but yeah, anyway,
That's funny.
that's what
Amish.
we do. Amish bike.
Tell my husband, he'll be like, "Okay."
You know, or some people call them analog bikes or acoustic
Oh,
bikes.
analog. Yeah, I see that. Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
yep, or acoustic.
Oh, wow.
That's a pretty cool term for them. But we have
Interesting.
them sitting in a garage, and they're all lined up, and then I got worried about batteries because, you know, you hear about
Mhm.
batteries catching on fire. So I ended up buying these timers that you put your bike on there, you set it up to where it times it for just the amount that you're gonna get a charge, and then it turns off.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
Because I think that's safer, and we did it for all those electric battery tools, you know, like the
Mhm.
Ryobis and all the kinda the big batteries that you plug into the bottom of your drill or whatever.
Yep.
I got feeling nervous about it because a friend of mine had a neighbor that their whole house burnt down because of a Tesla battery.
Oh, Tesla. So oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard about
and
them, but I
and I had
never
giant batteries on the side of my house from, you know, the, solar panels,
Mhm.
so I've put smoke alarms in the garage
Yeah, it's a good idea. In case
because,
you
you
hear
know
something. Yep.
do you think a lot of people don't have them in their garage?
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah,
I
if you're
really
over
don't.
60, electric is the way to go, and, like, if you
Mhm.
wanna, like, do something a little more adventurous, look at the Specialized. Trek makes, bikes like that now
They do.
too,
Yep.
yeah, it's like a lot of the bike producers, but, you know, they had some bikes that are made with carbon alloys, got carbon fiber and stuff,
Mm-mm.
and they cost like cars. They cost, like,
Wow.
$20,000, some of them. You know,
Mhm.
so but you can get one that's a lot less and do not break the bank, but yeah, they can get
Sure.
really pricey on you. Even the ones the kids ride around here are over $1,000, I
Oh
think.
my goodness. Wow.
But I've also found them used. I've sold them used
Mhm.
a whole lot cheaper for kids to tool around town or
Right.
whatever, or even adults, but I try to keep a stable of them around so that when we have guests over, if they wanna learn to ride or ride with us, they can.
Right. That's really nice. That's
If you
nice.
have a couple extras laying around, it's nice, you know, we got
Mhm.
one that even, like, a 10-year-old could ride.
Right. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. Keep those
Max
families
outgrew
together.
on his bikes, you know, he's in the
Mm.
adult bikes now 'cause 190 pounds, I finally got my bike back, so I was happy to get my bike back.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
And the best thing about these bikes, my number one feature that I love is the seat posterizer. So when you're going uphill, you wanna use your big muscles, like the big ones on top of your legs, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And if you have the seat stable, you're like going down with the same kind of muscles, and it's just a whole lot harder, right?
Okay.
So they have these post risers that you hit a button on your handlebars and the whole seat goes up. And then you can use your big muscles. Now, if you're going down, you think you're going to fall like I do. You put the seat down when you're going downhill because that way your feet can hit the ground
Right. Yeah. If you.
to save you.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, enough about bikes. Sorry, I go on and on about
Oh, no,
bikes.
it's good. So anyway, so you have to ask the question to the audience. Remember you were saying?
What was I going to ask? Oh, if anybody wanted to do the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if somebody else wants to do the dragon, or that's something I was thinking about. I was talking to Kelly about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to keep 2 projects going, and right now I'm on an amigurumi kick. I don't know how long it'll last, but right now that's what I'm doing,
Right now. Yep.
and I love them, and I want to have like a whole little bench of them so that when kids come over, they could pick something. I think that'd make their vacation special, and
Yep.
if they can come to, grandma's house and pick something cool.
That's nice.
I'm actually an Oma, I'm not a grandma, but I'm an Oma.
Right. Right.
And the ones that are really close to me call me Moma,
Okay. MoMA.
like Museum of Modern Art.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they got confused between Mama and Oma and Oma, and it just became Moma. So I'm Moma and my husband's Popa.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, and
That's
it's,
very cute.
and I'll tell you something about this mountain biking thing and all the other crazy things I do.
Yep.
My husband saves my life on a regular basis.
Oh man.
He really does. I mean, I've
Oh.
had some bad wrecks where I've broken bones, and he's gotten me out of the wilderness, and
Oh wow.
I've been 100 feet underwater and had the buoyancy control vest overinflate, and I had to hang on to this shipwreck to keep from going to the top.
Wow.
And he saved me. He put some air in my BCD or took the air out and fixed my regulator so it would work.
Oh my goodness.
What else does he save my life? I don't know everything. He's always saving my life doing something. So he's an
Wow.
awesome guy.
Okay.
He has a vested interest.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
That's why.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
you're gonna do these crazy things, make sure you have somebody with you that's better.
and there you have it.
But yeah, if somebody wants to do these, I think it'd be fun. I mean, I'm up for doing a project with other people, and I think even if I don't, I think I'm going to do this one in steps and maybe do some videos about the process because I think people be interested in the wire, don't you?
I think so. Yeah. Yep. So I
'Cause
have not done that.
I think I did the flower and it was really fun putting the
Mhm.
wire in there and
Yes.
so you could bend the petals of the flower and all that sort of stuff. Suzanne, I don't know. It's something like my brother, who I didn't even grow up with, broke almost every one of his bones doing downhill like dirt biking. And
Ooh.
my son skydives and bungee jumps. He's a scuba instructor. It must be genetic. And when I got my DNA test done, it did say that I am 60% more likely to take risks than others. It
All right.
worked that way.
I think it's true.
It is really, it's not like I'm an adrenaline junkie. I just want to do things,
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
Yeah. I don't want to bungee jump though. And the grandson's like begging me, and I'm like, I just really don't.
No, thank you. No, we want
Yeah,
to keep him alive.
there's a bridge out here called the Bridge to Nowhere, and it looks horrific. And I don't
Right.
know if I'm
Right. Yes. I think they're never soft and beautiful and low. Yeah, they're always this crazy. Yeah.
My husband taught me to windsurf,
Oh, that's good. Wow.
and that was fun. You
Mhm.
don't really per se die in that one, but you can get like your gear can fall apart, and it's tough to get back. So that can be tough.
Mm.
Don't go there, Suzanne says. You don't want to
Yeah.
bungee jump. What's the craziest thing you've done, Kelly?
I guess the zip lining. That's about the
Oh, that's
craziest.
fun.
Mm-hmm. Way up. It was high. I
Yeah,
looked
we went
down.
on
I
a
looked down and I went, "Ooh, I'm kind of up here."
we went to Sundance. I don't know if you know what Sundance is, where they do the film festival, the Robert Redford type of thing. It's in Sundance, Utah, and we had to take like 3 ski lifts to go on that zip line.
So it was up there.
And it's hard because you have to hold your I don't know how yours was, but to
Yeah.
slow down, you let go
Yeah, I
of
had a
the
hard time. Yeah, I
and
couldn't
to
slow down.
go, you have to hold your whole body weight up. So if you don't have, like, strong arms, it's tough.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
And the guy at the end caught me, and I would have kept going. Like,
You think so? So
oh,
no, you couldn't have. It would have
I
run
mean,
out
you
of line.
can't, but like, you know what I mean. I was really
Yeah.
coming down.
You were flying down through
I
there
was flying, yeah, and I was going much faster than I anticipated. Yeah,
beyond the
but
comfort level.
I think no, I think at that time, I think I weighed maybe 105. You know, at the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So man, I was down, I was going down. So they catch you at the end, but that was very interesting. Like they had a couple people needed to catch me. That's how fast I was going.
Well, my
So
husband's lost 100 pounds, right? So when we went to do
yeah,
that, I had to go with everybody because he couldn't go because he was 100 pounds heavier and they had a weight limit. I was like, oh, lucky you. I have to go do this with all these grandchildren.
yes, yes. He's like, darn.
It
Yeah, I
was
don't blame him.
awesome. I
Yeah,
wouldn't, it's like there'll be a day I can't do these things, and I have a strong belief that when you stop moving, things go wrong.
yes,
Even if you
mhm,
can get out and walk, get out and walk. And if you
yes,
can't do chair yoga, I mean, it's true. You can do
mhm,
chair yoga and you can move around
yep,
and just keep the blood going and get your heart rate up, and
mhm,
it makes a big difference in how long you're gonna be here and what level of comfort you're gonna be here.
yep, yep. Because I know so many
So it's
people
like,
that just
what are
got
you
sick at
watching?
the end. You know, it's kind of scary.
Really?
Well, yeah,
I was
they
tired.
just broke down. You know what I mean? You reach an age. I don't know what the age is. Some people it's 75. Some people it's 70. You know, but you don't want to like not be immobile. You know, you want to be mobile. You know, so there's just like a lot of things you have to do. You have to really take care of yourself, especially as you age. Yeah.
You do, you have to take care of yourself for sure. So,
Mhm,
and I think that doing crocheting and knitting is another form of exercise because you're exercising your mind to be
mhm,
creative and you're finding new projects to work on, reading patterns and
yep,
learning. If you've never really done pattern reading, I mean, it's like learning a new language sometimes.
mhm. That is true.
Hey, Jackie, thanks for
Oh, hey,
popping in.
hello.
You know what? I don't know if I showed Jackie, but I'll show you guys
Okay.
what I'm working on again. And if anybody wants to do it, I'm down with that, or I'm gonna at
Mhm.
least make videos about my experience on doing them because I just really like doing these amigurumis. They're just really
That's
fun for
it.
me.
No, it's great.
Let me see. Let me go back to my screen. There we go.
Yep.
So I'm working on this little guy in these colors, really, because I like the colors and I had them on hand.
Mhm.
So, I think that that's one of the reasons why I like it.
Very cute.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. That's kind of
That's a
cool.
great. Oh yeah. Gives you a real
Okay.
close and personal. Look at that.
Yeah, so you can kind of see
Mhm.
what that looks like, but it's just a precious little
Yeah.
dragon, and I've got
Oh,
a
good.
grandchild that loves dragons. So, and I've heard that
Mhm.
she likes the, giraffes, so I thought,
Oh
Liz and
yeah.
I were looking, and I don't know where that giraffe purse was.
Oh.
Yeah, you do have to get up and move. Suzanne said, "Yeah,
Uh,
that you can't sit all day." How do you put, like, comments on the channel?
well,
Do you star
so
it?
yeah. So
Is it
if you go to where it says comments, and then if you
like
go all
that?
the way down to the bottom,
There
there's
you
a
go.
little
It's
opening.
pretty intuitive. It's pretty intuitive. She says,
Mhm.
"Yes, but you can't sit all day and crochet." That's true.
Mhm.
Um, but what could we do? We could, you get one of those little foot bicycle things on your desk.
You really can. They
You
crack me up.
could, like, like my son has that what's that thing called? The Pentonics or whatever? I don't know what that's called. He has
Mm.
the thing where you get on the, treadmill and it will, like, take you through you can run through a city.
Oh, he has the fancy thing. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, it's like really fun, and there's somebody there that kind of hosts you and tells you where
Yes.
you're going and that
Yeah,
sort
they
of
tell
thing.
you what you're doing. They say, "Climb, climb." Yeah, they trying to cheer you on. It's nice.
And people
It's
are
very
doing those stand-up desks for work. I mean, you could
yes.
do that, if you wanted to. I just think if you want to be active, you can. It's
Yeah,
just, unless you have a disability that just won't let
right.
you do that.
That
And
is
there's some
correct.
people that maybe crochet is their saving grace. So,
Mhm.
doing this because I've noticed that a lot of people that don't they're not able to really get out, they will go
Yeah.
online and do these lives with people and they'll work on a project. And I think that's amazing that they have
Mhm.
that friendships that they're building.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, Lori is here, and
Hello.
I've been watching Lori's stories and crochet and
Mm.
Camille's creations. They are really fun to watch. I've really enjoyed getting to see what they're working on.
Mhm.
I've just kind of been bopping around a little bit and looking at different channels and seeing
Mhm.
how people do things and learning a little bit more since I'm somewhat new to doing the streams and videos.
Mhm.
Done videos for a long time on different topics, and I'm a good editor, but the lives are fun for interaction, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, and here Suzanne says,
There
"Go
he is.
outside, hike, run, walk, and best of all, go yarn shopping and take your camera and share it with the rest of us."
That's right.
Have you seen all the videos, like, in the last few days with the Joanne stuff, how sad they are?
Yeah, it's kinda interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting.
There's,
I
like,
think
some
I
it's
think, like, my store, so we have an Aldi next door, so we had to pick up some bread. Of course, we ran out of random bread. And, so I go there and I said, "Well, let's take a look in there." My husband's like, "Why do you wanna go in there?" I was like, "Yeah." But guess what? There was nothing left. I mean, they were doing the fixtures. There was a little bit of yarn. It was that weird knitting stuff that Lion Brand does where they cast on the stitches already for you. Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's got I don't know what the name of it is. But
That's
it's
interesting.
yeah, they did this thing and I noticed I went on their website this morning and they're having a 30% off sale certain items. And and they have kits too. Like Lion Brand has a lot of kits, whether it's a wearable, so they have shawls, ponchos, and all the other stuff. But they have this yarn where I guess because people have trouble casting on, so that all you have to do is take your knitting needle and just shove it through these holes, and then you can start knitting allegedly. And I thought, wow, that's pretty. Somebody thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've, like, learned a few different techniques for casting on, and my
Mhm.
favorite is, like, for the socks, it's a stretchy one.
The stretchy. Yep.
And if you're doing a neckband, because if you just cast on the old-fashioned way, like the way I learned, it can be
Hmm.
really tight, and if you do a neckband or a sock, you don't have
Right.
any give at the top, and
Right.
so they have a stretchy and I think it's called an Italian one, there's one like that that's called a tubular cast
Oh,
on,
tubular. Yep.
and it
Seen that.
makes that how that hat comes out on your machine?
Mm-hmm.
That real smooth edge,
Yeah,
you
it's
know
a
what I mean?
nice edge. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and you can actually do that on needles, but it's
Mhm.
complicated. I have
Right.
not mastered the tubular cast on, but I
Hmm.
have mastered the stretchy one,
That's good.
and I tend to use it almost on everything now.
Yeah, that's what some of my knitting people do. They just have one cast on. They don't really deviate, too much.
Yeah, and I think the stretchy one is useful on most things because you don't
Hmm.
really ever really want that tight
No.
edge. I don't know. Thinking back, I don't even know why I would.
Right. Right.
And then I found that I-cord thing on crochet that looked like a cast on that was,
Oh, you
like,
did.
really amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was, like, really cool, and I've tried that a little bit, and that's kinda cool. The Highland cow, do you have your tail there? Do you
Oh,
have your Highland
no,
cow?
I put it. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna
There's,
make it a little bit longer. It was kind of short, but it was only you do. I think you cast on 6 stitches. You slip stitch back. You chain 5 or 6, slip stitch back, and you make that little curly Q at the end. And
yeah,
then you do chain 10, and then you just slip stitch back, and that's the tail. Like that's it in a nutshell.
yeah, so I went out and I looked at what
Mhm.
Highland cow's tails really look like,
Okay,
And
good. Yeah, because I have no idea.
I know what black cows like Angus look like and Holsteins because I grew up with
Right.
cows. But I
Yep.
was like, well, do they have a different kind of cow? No, they don't. They have the same kind of tail.
Oh,
And
it's the same.
I think an I cord would kind of make the tail a little
Yeah.
better if you did a thicker I cord. So I think I'm going to try that. And then
Mhm.
on the end, I think I just might do smaller dreads.
Yeah, and I did the very long, so I may, next time, like if I do it again, I'm gonna maybe put the shorter end in the back so that you can that tail or make the tail longer, which isn't
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, you can actually instead of chaining 10, you could probably chain 20 or 30 and just have it long enough to go so it'll come out from behind the hair. Yeah, because they really those hair that hair really just hides everything. Yep.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I think it's the
Yeah.
cutest thing ever. The hair in this Highland cow is the cutest. I think that's what I loved. And then I absolutely love the tongue. So I
Yeah.
stuffed his legs. I think I might overstuff him because he seems like he's like a little bow-legged now.
Is
So I
he?
may have to like lighten him up a little bit because I was
Yeah.
trying to work on his body shape a little bit and see what I could come up with. And
Yeah.
you
But I
know,
figure I'll do it one more time at some point, one more time, maybe
what do you
slightly
think
different
of the
yarn.
next time? What would you do next time?
I was thinking either make it bigger or smaller. I'm not sure. I kind of
The
wanted
little
a
bitty
bigger one.
the little bitty ones are cute too.
It is very cute, and it was probably much faster. Probably much faster.
I
Yes.
think the little bitty ones would be cool if you were doing something, you're traveling or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
true.
I think about if I were on a airplane and there were a kid there and they were having a tough time, wouldn't it be cool to
Yes.
have something like that to give them?
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Or you
Very
go
nice.
to an event and maybe someone has a child there
Mm,
that's having a tough time, and
yes.
I think that would be really
That
fun.
would be nice. So yeah, so I would totally make it small then to get it done. Yeah, to get it done faster.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, I've
make a
thought about
couple.
that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I've certainly done that before. I've had a something or another in my bag before, and
Yeah.
I've given it to a child to keep them busy.
That's
'Cause,
good.
the parent didn't bring something with them, or they were
Right,
bored with
right.
what they
And
had,
he's all
and
by himself. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I just like and, hi, Sonia.
Oh,
Yes,
hey.
Sonia's here. And sorry, I didn't really announce this. I just kinda
Yeah.
came on. I said, "Hey, Kelly, you wanna do something?" You don't have to, but I'm going to, so you're welcome to
I
if
said,
you
I'll hang
want.
out. So here's the bad news. The picture that they have is a light colored yarn. So let's see if you can see this. It's called Insta Knit. Let me see if I can find it now. When I pull it up, Insta Knit. Yeah, it's very weird. Hold on. Bad typing. Insta Knit.
Instant Knit, and Lion Brand makes it. I thought
Mm-hmm.
I knew everything. I love Lion Brand yarns. For some reason, I just love the quality of their yarns. I know it's a little pricier, but if you do buy from their website, you can get points off, and then as you start to buy things, you
Mm-hmm.
earn points and you can actually get some discounts. Let
Right.
me see. Let me
So right there on the edge, which is I can't point. I'm backwards. Those little bumps are actually cast on circles. Oops. For you to cast on. So you just shove your needle through there. And I don't know how many stitches are casted on there, but that's what it looks like. And our Joanne had this. And it comes in black and some other colors, gray and blue and black and stuff like that. So purple, so they've got all kinds of colors. But it's a little pricey. It's $13.
Holy
And
cats.
my Joanne had it. That's all that they had left in yarn. It was all gone otherwise. It's kind of weird. But it has all the loops are already cast on. This
Kelly,
size hook. Let me see. I think I did a 350, 3.5 millimeters
for the cow,
for the cow. Yep.
what did I use? I used a 375.
I did a little smaller, but it's still huge. It's still huge. I
It is
can't.
not like a llama though. Not
I
like I use a
Well, yours
375 on
is
that
huge.
llama, and that llama was gigantuan.
Yeah. But I guess I must. This time I guess crochet tightly, which I never. I'm in the middle. I'm kind of in the middle. Not tight, but not loose. Yeah.
These little fingers that I'm doing for this dragon,
Yes.
I tend to crochet really super tight for these amigurumis, and I
Hmm.
had to go back and let it go.
Yes.
I have to like, calm down. You don't need to make
Hmm.
it that tight for that because it's going to end up there anyway, and you're not going to stuff these fingers really tight.
No, you are not.
So there's like some learning lessons there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lori said, I saw that shopping at Joann, and I wonder if anybody here in the chat has ever used it. Oh, Seb, you used that?
I have not, but I saw that it came out like back in like March. Was it March? About 3 or so months ago, I saw it. And I went, that's interesting. But, since I already knit, it was not a, I didn't think it was necessary.
Not
But it was
something you'd want.
yeah, $12.99 is pricey. And I don't remember how many yards it says, but
As a
Live
knitter,
Bone's having 30% off this
yeah,
week. And
as
then
a knitter, you get frustrated with that.
yeah, and Joanne had it. That's the only yarn they had left. All the big twist was gone. They just had a couple of these little line brand things, and some lady was looking at it, and she kind of just threw it down. She picked it up, and threw it down. And I said, "Yeah, I'm
Can
assuming
you
she
pull
was
them
finished."
out? Like, do they get pulled out like a normal cast on
I'm
would?
not sure. I'm going to see what is their how they
I might get
explain
one
this
just see
thing.
what they do. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Be fun just to see what they do.
but
And
it's
then
a
are they set
oh
for a specific needle size?
yeah. Let me see. So this one says size 13. So it's bigger. I guess 13 is pretty big. So the
I
whole
never
idea
knitted this
is, yeah, yeah, for people who don't know how to cast on, because casting on, I think, is the worst part of knitting for people who are
Yeah,
new. You know what I mean?
if you're new, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
But
have
yeah.
some knitting needles. I should do like a giveaway with some of these sometime. They're still in the package. I think I inherited these. Look at this. I'm
Oh,
never
those
gonna
are
use this
nice.
I'll
Yeah.
never use this in my life.
Oh, okay. Knitter's Pride. Those are good ones. Those aren't bad.
In a million, there were $5.99 new from Hobby Lobby for
Yeah.
whoever bought them. But I used to belong to a yarn group that would meet in the park, and we would like trade things. And so I would just, end up with things like, and this is the weirdest that I've ever seen in my life. It's like got
Oh,
fish tape tube
yes.
connecting it. Is that the
Wow.
weirdest thing you ever saw?
Oh,
And
yeah. Pretty thick.
they're made by Addy in Germany,
Okay.
and they are 15 millimeters. So what would that be?
Mm.
Does it have an American size?
I think that's
Yeah.
American. Yeah, 15 millimeter. That might be. Let me see. I have a 10
Well,
and a half here.
it's bigger than a 17.
Right, it's bigger than. It must be 19. 19.
Bigger than a 17. So
Okay, so that must be 19. I'm gonna guess.
I'm never going to use these. It's like there's
Wow.
not a chance in this world that I'm going to use them.
Okay. I
I've
smell
had
giveaway.
these.
Anyway.
Yeah, sell a giveaway. I mean, I hate to like give away something used, but if somebody could use them,
Oh no,
they're
those
like,
are you. But
these
yeah,
are
I'm sure.
17s. These
Oh
are
yeah, those
ginormous.
are good.
I'm never going to
Those are
use these
ginormous. Yeah,
stupid
they're big.
things. I don't, I don't knit like that.
Yeah.
This is what I knit with.
Oh, the baby.
This is a size. Which one is this one? This was a size 1, 2.25 millimeter. That's what I knit with.
That's pretty small.
I like the little stuff. It's just, I don't know.
Let's see. So the way this is, it says it's designed for beginners. This innovative yarn features pre-formed loops at one end, eliminating the need to cast on and letting you start your project immediately. Whether you're making a scarf, hat, or one of the 6 beginner-friendly designs, they give you some designs that you can download, and then it comes in all the colors. But it is a mixture. Yeah, it's got some wool in it. It's acrylic, polyester, and wool. So it's 80 acrylic.
Wool ease. Yeah.
Yes, like wool. Yeah.
Like.
Yep. 19 wool and 1% polyester. Yeah. So let me see. Any other questions? Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's what they had today. And so nobody was buying it. So they had a wall of it. But it's 80%. If your Joann is still open. Now it's up to 80%.
Oh, was it? I thought you said something like it was 30%. And it's like at this point they're doing 30%.
No, it's 80. So the other day
it
was 70. So it went up to 70. Now it's 80 because there's no yarn left. There's really nothing left.
The last time I went to the little Joann's, I call it the old Joann's. It's kind of an older building and stuff.
Yep.
It was all just blanket yarn.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had a little bit. So they had that, that stuff that looks like a rope. It's about this big, whatever that stuff is. Number 7 jumbo. Yes.
What do you do with that? Do you just make I've seen people do the knitting on their arms. Have you seen people
Mhm.
do that? I've
Yeah,
never
that's
done
pretty
that.
much.
You
Or
could.
you get
You could.
or you can get a number 50 crochet hook or a
I
number
have one
50.
big crochet hook that I've never used in my life, and I don't know why I even have it.
Same here. I just bought it because it was obnoxious.
I don't think I bought it. I think I just ended up with it somehow. Who
Yeah,
knows? It might be really old. I have
yeah.
some things that are very, very old and some that aren't, but,
Mhm.
so you know how you accumulate stuff, you don't know how you get it. It's like, I got this thing, and it's like, how do I
Random.
get it?
Yes.
It's like, I think I'm probably gonna do that loom at some point, do a giveaway with that loom if somebody likes
Yes.
weaving, 'cause it's never been opened.
Mhm.
Somebody might wanna try that with a drop spindle and do all
Okay.
that kind of stuff. But, it's, like, nice if you could give it somebody that would really use it, right?
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's a good
I'm full
idea.
of good I'm full of good intentions when I get
Absolutely.
it.
Yes.
That road to hell is paved with them.
Well,
I have great intentions. It's like, I've got a lot of things that have brilliant futures, but they end up not going anywhere. But I used to teach art, so a lot of times I would collect things and I would use it with different projects that I would do
right.
with kids
Yeah.
and take them in and teach. And I always thought like my grandkids would want to do things. Well, nothing to do with it. They don't
Oh,
want to learn to crochet. They don't want to learn to knit. They
huh?
don't want to paint. They don't want to do
Wow.
nothing.
Yeah, that's very sad. Oh.
But I have a theory, and I think that specifically for painting, I had a gallery. I sell my work.
Mhm.
I think that it can be overwhelming if you have someone like that teach you sometimes.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I think it can, and I think for these kind of art forms, even this, you have to be very, very, easy with younger
Yes.
kids to get them to show an interest in it because
Yeah.
they wanna be able to make a Highland cow.
Yeah, I know, it's kinda brutal. Yeah, and a lot of them wanna do amigurumi right off the bat, and I'm saying to myself, Don't do that to yourself." If you're
You make
yeah.
a scarf with stockinette stitch and call it a day. Speaking of which, how's your scarf coming?
Oh, it's going great. I have it in my other bag. Like, I was cleaning up today, and I was doing some, so I sorted some yarn. I found some cotton that were, Hobby Lobby, just I love this yarn. Just some weird colors. I don't know why I bought them, but I think I know what it was. I was gonna do some amigurumi food, and Hobby Lobby has a thing on their website where you can do food. Now it's a ton of different colors. There's two greens for the avocado, the pit, and
Oh,
the
the foods
brown,
are
and then
cute.
yeah, there's toast and eggs. So I can't wait. Like I had bought that kind of in anticipation of doing that.
What are you
So
gonna do with them?
no, I don't know. I just like the idea of being able to make something weird. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the amigurumi is great, but I want like the small projects too. Like I kind of want to do.
You do. I want these elaborate,
Yes,
bizarre,
I like them too,
creatures
though. No, no, I love the cow. I mean, the cow is amazing. But I
and
will
the queen of
say that was a
Texas,
learning experience. It was. It really was.
the cow.
Mhm.
Well, I think that designer is very talented, and I
Yes.
think she did a great job for somebody that wants that level of detail
Yes.
because the pattern for that is over 40 pages, and I think it can get overwhelming for people.
Mhm.
And I had to read things a bunch of times sometimes just to figure it out. But
Yeah.
I blame that on myself because I'm not
Yeah.
proficient.
Yep.
I
Yep.
have to learn how to do these sorts of things, and
Yeah, I just like
I'm
to try them out and see what happens, you know what I mean? And then you figure it out. And eventually you figure it out, and that's the thing, like, it's like a growth for me, that was a stretch project, the, Highland Cow was a stretch. And so you don't always have to do that, but it's nice if you've done amigurumi before and you sorta know the process, then each little piece was a little project in and of itself. It was kind of amazing. But,
you
oh, so
know,
anyway, so Lori, so the point is so the answer is maybe it might be too expensive, but at Joanne at 80% is probably not that bad to
to
try one
try it.
out. If
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 you
you're
don't
if you're a
knit,
new knitter. Yeah, if you're a new knitter.
and
Yep.
you're right, 'cause casting on is the toughest part,
The toughest part, when you're new
and
when
it
you're
just
new.
takes some time.
Yeah, it
And
does.
then if you could just slip them on there, stockinette stitch would be super easy to do,
Mhm.
or a garter stitch or
Garter
something like
stitch,
that.
yeah. Probably garter stitch first and then stockinette later. Or it depends, Yep.
So I had a great time looking at different people's web or YouTube feeds, and I got
Yeah.
2 memberships gifted to me this week. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"That was fun."
Okay. That's
One
great.
was with Camille's Creations, and I thank
Okay.
her, she's very sweet, and then I was watching Juan last night and got one.
Oh, you got one. Okay. Very
People were
nice.
giving them like, he had so many gifted memberships last
Yeah.
night. I just
Wow.
started watching him, I don't know much about him, but he
Mhm.
seems like a nice fellow, and it's
Cool.
interesting what he does. He designs a lot of his own things, and
Mhm. Mhm.
well, that's kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
people really seem to enjoy that channel.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people. A lot of people.
I
Oh,
think
but
you can learn something from
yeah.
everybody, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everybody has different things, but I wanted to show you this. I just thought about you. This would be a short, easy pattern if you wanted to do an AMA group later. I don't know how you feel about it, but maybe for your granddaughter, Anna. See this little butterfly pillow?
Oh, right, that's so cute. Oh, look at
Something like
that
that.
painting. It looks like a Mom Durant painting. You see the
Yeah.
squares? Do you know
Yes.
who Mom
Mhm.
Durant? Yeah, okay,
Yes.
alright,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. So something like that, if you want to do that, and that would probably take us not long, you know,
Well, I
to
showed you
do.
that little wolf thing or coyote thing, it was two-dimensional, it was really cute, and
Yeah.
that cow that you made that's two-dimensional
Yeah. The cow
is
was
super,
cute.
super cute,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be really difficult. I
No,
saw
it
a
was
pattern.
so easy.
Where did I see it? I think it was on Etsy, and it was
Yep.
really inexpensive, but it was a flat cherry pie,
I
and you
love
made
that.
it with
Yes.
cotton
Yep.
for, like, trivets.
Yeah. Yeah, I have seen something like that. I don't know if that's in this one. I see. I've been looking through my books to see like what's kind of weird and different that we haven't tried. That might be quick, it's sort of like an instant gratification. But I saw the
Yeah.
butterfly pillow. There are there's a trivet in here. It looks like it's almost a doily. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't remember what they called it, but
I think I'm like a teacher at heart because I always wanna find things to teach new people.
yep. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Let me see. What is
Look
this
at
trivet?
this. Look at how cute this is, Kelly.
Oh, that is really cute. Ooh, that looks real too. Wow.
Isn't that the
I like it.
cutest thing? And that you see this one over next to it, it's like
Yeah.
a blackberry pie.
Yeah, that's
So,
actually very cute. Huh.
look at that one. It's like, oh, blueberries. I think
It
they're like
looks
there's
real.
little
Yeah.
round berries inside.
Yes. I'm trying to see that
And
stitch.
that
I want to
one
see what they
oh,
did.
there's
Yep.
a video. Let's see what the video does.
Let me see. That's cool. Oh, this one. Ooh, these are kind of ugly. Never mind. But I like
See
the
if I
butterfly pillow.
You like the butterfly one?
Yeah, that
Look at the
one's
little
that would be
look
different.
how cute this is.
That is really good. Oh my.
I
That
think
is so
those would be
cute.
so cute during the holidays.
Yes.
Sit around and you could not just, you could put them on your table
Yes.
and put, like, hot dishes on there and stuff like that.
Hmm. Yep.
I just love them. 'Em. They're just cute as they can be.
That's a winner. Yeah, I like that. Mm.
That's a winner, and I think it would be a really fun and
Yes.
easy thing to
And
do,
useful
be
and very useful. Yep.
be a fun gift for somebody if you wanted to
Yeah,
give
Christmas
somebody
time.
something like that. I just
Mhm.
think it's adorable.
Yeah, because I
Let's see
think
if
you
it
you
says
could do
how
that
much this is.
probably in a couple day like a day or so.
4.99.
Okay.
That one's a 4.99 pattern.
Oh, I saw this too. I don't know what you think of this. I I, I can't tell if they oh, this is a basket made out of jute. It doesn't have to be jute, but it could be worsted. But you see
I
that
do
little
baskets
yeah, see like
with you.
it's sort of like a Native American inspired.
Hang on,
You
let me
see if
get
I got
off
it.
so I can
It's a little short one there, and then this one's a little bit taller, and a little short one there. But something like that. I was thinking maybe it could be interesting too. Change the colors, you know what I mean? But you could do Native American inspired if you wanted. I have a ton of this orange.
the colors
I have so
great.
much orange. Like I can't even tell you how much orange I have. I still have so much because
Right.
I had the 1 pounders, and you never finish those things. I swear, for me, it takes me so long to use them. They just last
Lori
forever
says
and ever. Yeah,
yeah. Lori says gifted memberships are fun. I
they
think they're
are.
fun to give to, and I think it's a great way to support people that you really enjoy spending time with, and it helps them grow their channel. And
Yeah, all that.
it's
Stuff.
it goes around. It's like,
Mhm.
I think that a lot of people are really kind that way and
Yeah.
support people that they really enjoy watching.
Yeah, that's great.
I know I like to do that. It's sometimes it's fun to like someone that has already reached monetization. It's really fun to. I usually wait until I see a lot of people that aren't members or in there, and then I'll do the gifting at that point because
Good idea.
it encourages them to come back, and it's fun because a lot
Mhm.
of times you can get those little emojis.
Yep.
You can create your own emoji. Jackie made the cutest emojis. They're beautiful,
Oh, I saw.
and
Yeah,
they're
yeah, they're nice. Very
they're
nice.
absolutely beautiful. So it looks I don't know anything about making them because I didn't know that you could customize them, and I guess you can.
Yeah, you can choose whatever you want, and it has to be a certain size. So then you upload them. You just upload them to your channel.
So if you know
Yeah.
how to use Photoshop real well,
No, you really don't even have to do that. You just have to, shape the item to the size. And I forget what
but you
size
can
they
create
are.
your own. You can create something really cool though,
You can
is what I'm
create your
saying.
own.
It's
Yeah,
like
you can
Illustrator,
do
Photoshop,
photos.
and
You,
you
you
can
can do them by hand. There's all different ways of doing them. But
take a
yeah,
picture you took. I think
yeah,
that's what she
yep,
had. Yeah, yeah.
hmm
So if you like this certain kind of animal see if you
yep.
did amigurumis, how cute would that be to make amigurumi?
That would be really cute, actually. Hmm.
Okay, Kelly, get to work.
Highland cow. Okay.
Highland cow. Let's make a Highland cow one. I can
Ooh,
help you make
maybe I'll
that.
do that. Hmm.
Yeah, if you need help, let me know. I love making graphics and videos and all
Okay.
kinds of fun stuff like that. So
Cool.
yeah, that's what my talents are is I can create things for you. Like
Yeah, that's nice.
different kind
So
of videos and
I'm like
things.
this. I'm okay, but could kick it up a notch.
But you don't have to is the thing. It's
Mhm. Yeah,
what's nice about it is you don't have to. And you
right.
shouldn't feel pressured to be somewhere all the time, and you
Mhm.
just wanna have fun with your friends and just
Yeah,
have a good time making things and sharing ideas, and
yeah,
I find things and I send it over to Kelly, "Look at this. This is cool."
yeah. It's good.
'Cause at night,
Yes.
sometimes I'm too tired to crochet or knit, and sometimes I'll just, like, sit and look
Mhm.
up stuff?
That's what I do too. I'm always looking.
That shopping cart at Etsy is, like, insanity for me. It
Oh,
just
well, yeah, I
But,
get off
I
of
buy a lot of
Pinterest.
things. It's not just patterns. I
Yeah,
buy a lot of things on Etsy, especially at
yep.
Christmas time. I look
Mhm.
for people that make handmade things, and I'll send those to, like, my family and friends because I
Oh,
think
that's
it's really nice that they have something that's unique that someone put time
nice.
into, and a
Mhm.
lot of times they're beautiful, beautiful items.
They really
I've got
are,
I've got
and that's the thing, like, they're artists, everybody's an artist on there, right? Yeah.
I've bought crochet hooks for my stepdaughter on there, and
Mm.
I think they were made in another country because it took a while to get them, but they were that real dark wood, like,
Mm.
like almost like a teak or something that was stained real dark, and then you could get the case and had their name and put on it and stuff, and they were
Mhm.
beautiful,
Wow.
and that was a gift that she'll keep forever probably, and she's
Yeah.
used them and said they work great, and,
Okay.
you know, they're not furls, but they're really, really cool.
Mhm. No,
I've
that's
yet
nice.
to crochet with a furl, so I don't know if they're good or not, but everybody seems to swear by them. So
They're okay.
you're kinda you're on the fence about it?
No, 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 I am, yeah. Only because 'cause I've
Okay.
broken one of the resin ones. Those I would say, don't buy those.
I would want the metal ones. I love metal
Get the metal
everything.
ones, yeah. I would say just get the metal ones, leave the other ones alone, yep.
I
You'll
saw
be happy.
one Mishi was giving away one on a couple of them on her channel not too long
Mm.
ago, and she had one that was navy blue, and it was the prettiest thing I ever saw.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, no, the colors are gorgeous, but I'm telling you, they roll off the table at one point, and you have to catch them. Yes. Oh, she's done already. Wow, that was quick.
Wow. You move
Charlotte,
fast or we take a long time.
I don't know.
It could be one or the other.
It
What did you have at the Mexican place?
it must have
What
been
did I
good.
eat today? I made Korean ramen for myself today after my bike
Ooh.
ride,
Ooh, ooh,
and
ooh.
I saute, mushrooms, spring onions,
Mm,
and then I wilt spinach,
okay.
and I put, in the ramen itself, I put a lot of ginger
Yeah.
and soy and sesame oil.
Oh, that sounds good.
If you
Mm,
cook the
mm.
mushrooms and you put sesame oil in there, it absorbs that flavor, and it's just unbelievably
Yum,
good.
yum, yum. That
So,
sounds
yeah, it's one of my
awesome.
favorite things to eat. I could eat that every day. My husband wanted we were in the pool, we were just hanging out, we were so tired after the ride, and he goes, "You make me pork chops and eggs," and I'm like, "Okay." So I
Wow.
made him chops and eggs, that's what he wanted.
Okay. Meat, protein.
Yeah, he agrees it. So Lori says, "Furrows depends on the person. The metal ones are pretty weighted." I
Mm,
heard that.
yeah. Now I
I
actually
heard that.
I had no problem with the metal ones. But like I said, like for me, the other ones seem very long. Even though they're the same length, but for some reason those resin just felt like I was crocheting with a baseball bat.
Yeah, and I've seen those ones, like, they have those, like, knockoffs of the
Yep.
furls now too, but I don't know
Mhm.
if they're good or if they're
Yeah.
even heavier. They may be even heavier.
I don't know.
I wonder what
Yeah.
they're made out of. They have to be aluminum, right?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because if they're steel, they're super heavy. Like Suzanne says,
Okay.
"I don't like the, she goes, "I don't like the furls at all." See, I
No.
guess it's just,
Mhm. Now,
you
let's see.
know,
Look what Sonia said, though.
to Omni resins. Is that a different brand?
No, well, I guess it is, but the resin. But see, she said she likes the resin. Yeah.
I've seen people make them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rita says that she never
Oh,
sees a
okay.
notification. You know what? It wasn't planned,
Hey.
Rita. We just
Mm,
kinda, like, I just said, "Oh, yeah, I wanna show what we're doing." I'm working on a dragon, and I was really
mhm,
excited about the stuff I got. So, I'm making a dragon that actually has a metal armature in it,
mm,
and, so I bought some of this wire. It's an aluminum wire that's coated. You can see the end that it's
mm,
actually coated with this, and it comes in different colors, and it's about $12 for
mhm,
this big thing of it. So I think it'll last a long time, and like I say, I use wire enough in my life that if I don't use it on an amigurumi, I'll use it on something. And then it also calls for, pipe cleaners, and I bought a bunch of
mhm,
them. They were cheaper just to buy them. I wanted black and white because I could use black in more dense dark
yeah,
colors, like use white and pink or yellow or whatever, and that's for these little tiny fingers on this dragon,
yeah, it is
and
tiny.
I was thinking,
Yep,
it'd be kinda cool to do some other amigurumis that have fingers like that, where it
yeah,
holds things. How cool would it be to make them hold things? I don't
right.
know. And then I also bought, because I had every size, safety eye, but the one I needed, and so I bought these, from Amazon, and you can change the color out, and these are 20 millimeter ones. Sorry, my
Mm,
hands are a mess. It's like I'm always out in the dirt doing something. And then I've said this before, but these are the best buy I've ever bought if you're doing safety eyes because, you
mm,
don't have to use a lot. I don't have a lot of hand strength anymore, and I
mhm,
can't use fire-like type of things. It
yeah,
hurts. So, that's what I'm working on. So,
okay.
yeah, it's like I'm very excited about it. So let's see what we got here.
Oh, see,
Let's
mhm.
see. Was a variety of furls. It's now discontinued.
Yeah, they stopped making them.
When I learned to crochet, the first thing I learned to crochet was doilies,
Oh,
and they were those real tiny needle, hooks, tiny,
mm,
and they're steel. They're real thin. They're
yeah,
not fancy. That's what I learned to crochet on, and so
mm,
I guess I kind of default back to that a little bit.
yeah.
What is this one? Did I show this one?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Omnipresent furls, but metal with color ends.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Yeah,
Just
see,
as a design feature? It doesn't really mean anything, right? It's just a
yeah,
design
see, and
feature.
I'm not an expert on those at all, so but that's good. And, oh, Susanna's hooked has to leave us, she said.
Oh,
But
well,
thanks
thank you
for
for coming
sharing.
in. I sure appreciate it. Have a
Mhm.
good night. And
Yep.
then what did Rita say? I got money in the mail. I haven't used mine yet.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
But
For the
it'll be
safety
going
app.
up, yeah, pretty soon.
Yeah, but they are really cool, and they are not
Yeah.
tremendously expensive. I don't
Mhm,
remember. They were how much were they, like, I don't know, 13 bucks maybe, something like that.
mhm. And
And
that
it's just, they're
how
nice.
many did they give you in that box, do you know?
There's 3. Oh, you mean for the
For the fancy
tools?
eyes, yeah, the bigger ones,
Oh, the fancy ice. Well,
the
let me
fancy
look.
eyes,
I'll tell you how much it was. It wasn't terrible.
yeah. Mhm.
Um, but I went ahead for the money. I think that for the money, it's really not bad at all. Wait till you see this.
Oh,
It was a lot better than I remember. I think
yeah.
now I know why I actually got this one.
Yeah.
And I look at them closely. Oops, sorry. I look at them pretty closely to see if they're the ones I like. Because the big ones that I have, I really, really like
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
20 whatever
that's amazing.
5
Yeah,
millimeter ones
poor
that I put
dog.
on that lamp that scares everybody.
Mhm.
There you go.
Oh, those are nice.
So 120 pieces
Wow, 120. That's
for
amazing.
$7. I mean, $8. It's
Mhm.
like, that's not bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I always look at the ratings on these. If it's in the 3s, I know that probably they're not the best in the world,
Mhm.
but if it's in the 4s, I'm usually pretty satisfied when I get
Yeah,
it.
that's
And they
nice.
come in these little bags. So this one came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bags. And
Oh, okay.
they just put the different colors. So that one's the blue-eyed ones.
Yep.
These are like yellow or gold,
Mhm.
pink, or no, these are purple.
Purple.
And then pink ones and more pink ones. I guess
Mm.
they're one's a dark and one's like fuchsia and one's a light blue. You see the differences, see?
Mhm.
Like one's a really light pink. You can see that, yeah. And then the last one was green. So you could do a green-eyed monster.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, yeah, and they're nice. I like them. 'Em, they're rounded, they're very domed, and once
Yeah.
you put the backs on them, these little backs, they if you put them on with that tool, they don't come loose, and I've heard people just glue them on or whatever, and
Mhm.
if a child is gonna have these, I think you gotta be a little safer,
Yes. Yes. So,
so
yeah. Oh, let's see. So Sonia
yeah,
wants to know if you can
absolutely.
send that link,
I
post the
can
link in the,
certainly. I
please.
really like them. I think they're pretty decent. Everything
Yeah.
I've gotten on Amazon as far as the safety eyes and stuff, I
Mhm.
haven't been disappointed in. They seem to be okay.
Yeah.
I haven't tried they have some specialty ones now too that,
Mhm.
like the pupil is in the corner, so it looks like you can
Oh,
make it like it's looking away or,
yes.
like the dragon eyes and things like that. Oh,
Mhm.
let's see, what does she say here? Charlotte says,
Oh,
"Finished my cow last night, and this morning I woke up and made that snuggle slug." We
okay.
saw that. I can't wait to see the snuggle slug. That'll be
Yes.
awesome.
Very nice.
The snuggle slug will be cool. I really liked it. That was a very cute pattern.
It's
That
different.
was,
Yeah, I've
um
never seen that before. Yeah.
that was on Etsy too, I think, wasn't it? If I
I
remember
I can't
correctly.
remember. I cannot remember. She was I think so, but I'm just going by my memory last night because she was talking about a lot of different patterns, as I recall. Yeah, she had a bunch.
Oh, yeah, 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 they're
Or
here.
was it Friday? Yeah, she was showing us a bunch of patterns. She had about 5 or 6. That's all I remember. Yep.
Were they the ones with the eyeballs that stuck up, Charlotte, or the ones that lay down? Because I see 2 snuggle slugs. One almost looks like a caterpillar, and the other one has the ones where the eyes stick up.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one it was, but they are cute. If it's the ones with the eyes that stick up, it's really cute. I
Mm,
think that's the one that you were talking about, and
that's
I think it was, like, pretty amazing.
that's nice.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can show it. It's cute. So, I think that it's nice when you do these really difficult ones, and then once in a while, it's nice to back off a little bit
Mhm.
and, maybe not kill yourself on these.
Right,
So,
right.
let me see if this is the one that you did. Is this it? I already gave the cow away.
Oh, wow. That's quick.
She's already gave the cow away to my daughter's boyfriend, so I have to make another one.
Oh my
Are you gonna
gosh.
put a time on the new one?
Gee.
I don't know if that's the one that you did. Is that the snuggle thing that you made, the snuggle slug? Because it's
Wiggle,
pretty
wiggle.
stinking cute. They're
Mm,
pretty stinking cute. There's another one that I thought was really cute too, and then we'll wind down, and
yeah.
my manic phase is starting to fade now. Sometimes, like, when I do a bike ride, I get so hyped up that it's, like, insanity.
But I'm sure you're
You just
tired. That looked scary. You guys were really working that today. That was
It's not so
that's pretty
bad. That wasn't even a scary ride. That was the one that we did that loop twice on that deal today. It was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool. It's pretty, for what we do, you know what? I'll tell you, it's easy, but I've done that ride so many times, I know what
Oh, okay.
every little turn is
Mm,
gonna be. Yeah,
okay.
this was the one too that I saw that I really
Yeah.
liked.
Yeah,
That's simple.
yeah, Charlotte said she has pictures. I don't know if you wanna send it to her on Instagram. You could show it
Look how
if
cute
you
this
want.
is.
That's very cute. Oh, those are big eyes. Wow. Yeah, very cute.
If you wanna see it, I mean, if I don't know what you're doing, Charlotte, if you wanna pop up, you can. I'm certainly happy to send you a link. It's fine with me.
Mhm.
But,
Nice.
it's fun stuff, man.
That's cool.
Let me see if I got this thing here, and I'll send her one if she wants to. If you don't, that's totally cool too.
Yeah.
I know it's,
Oh,
like, late by you.
yeah, it's getting late. And then we have CNY woman knits and crochets is here. Hello.
Oh my gosh, she said the really fun, videos lately. I've really enjoyed going on it's
Mhm.
daytime for me, it's after work
Yes.
for her,
Mhm.
but for me, it's later. But
Yes.
anyway, or for earlier for me.
Yep.
So, it's really fun to see those. I love it. I was like, she said that was it.
That
Okay,
was it.
so the
Yeah.
one that I showed. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Mhm.
She's I showed it to my daughter, and she thinks I should taper the bottom because it looks too cylindrical, and I told her to leave my slug alone.
Well. Mm.
Charlotte she makes these, little amigurumis, and her daughter has, like, a business, like a counseling business. I'm probably
Oh,
not
that's
saying it
right.
right,
That's right.
but it's like a
Mhm.
clinical psychologist, and she
Yes.
gives them away to her patients for birthdays and stuff, which I think is amazing.
That's pretty cool.
And that's what if you do those little bitty ones, what's really
Yeah.
kinda cool is, you could give those away and get them done pretty easy and give them away pretty
Mhm.
easy.
Yeah.
What?
Uh-oh.
What time is it?
Is it dinner time? I
5:30.
think it is.
You got half an hour, friend.
Oh.
She comes up and she pokes me in the ribs when it's
Mm.
time to come in, time to come eat. So, but yeah, so if you guys get a chance, go look at, Mindy's, her lives are really fun, and she's very interactive and talks to everybody, and I think it's really nice that she makes a point of, recognizing everybody that goes in there, and it's
Yeah,
just amazing.
that's cool.
She's on the last 3 rounds of the
Oh,
second half of her Etsy cardigan.
yes.
And I think
Alright.
she gives a lot of things away, which is really lovely too.
That is good. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So yeah, it's just really, really fun to do that thing, to make things I don't know, there's something really nice about giving things to people, and it
Mhm.
doesn't take a whole lot to change someone's day or make
Yeah.
them feel loved and cared for, and I think that, that's, maybe because we're creators, that's our love language,
Mhm.
you know? Food used to be my love language, I love to cook for people and feed them, and it's weird when you're not cooking like that anymore, and I'm not
Right.
cooking like that anymore because 'cause we're both
Mhm.
trying to be healthy,
Yes.
and I've had to find something else, so
Yeah.
but today I got to cook, so I got to make him pork chops and eggs, so he was happy with
Mm.
that.
That sounds pretty good.
Better than pork chops and applesauce. Do you remember the Brady
Right?
Bunch pork chops
Yeah, I
and
do remember.
applesauce? And every time we say pork chops, that's what he says. He always goes,
That's
"Apple."
what he does. Okay.
Yeah, that along with our "hello," like, when
Right.
if somebody walks in the house, we do our Medea "hello," and so every day when he walks into the house, that's our greeting to each other. He'll come in, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello,"
Oh my
like
gosh,
Marco
that's
Polo.
hilarious.
It's like Marco Polo. I don't know why that stuck with us, but it's like, that was the
Yes.
funniest thing I ever heard in my life, so it stuck with us.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it was like, I don't know where they like, sometimes when these people on these programs, the writers, like, where they get these ideas. Like, that's
Like, how
and it's
long ago was the Medea movie? It's like
like a
100
long
years ago,
time, like at least 10, maybe more than 10
and
years.
we still say hello.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what in the world we're saying when we do it, and we just kinda think it's funny.
Yeah. It's cute.
See, Rita remembers it. Rita says, "I
Yes.
remember that." See, it's like, it was
Mhm.
just hilarious. We have these we all have these little things in our family that we
Mhm.
bring in and do.
Yeah. It's cute.
I'm trying to explain to my grandson about the social contract in families, and that's always fun.
Oh,
It sounds very complicated, doesn't it?
it does.
There is a
But it's
social
not. It's
contract, and we expect certain things of each other in our families and being kind and thoughtful,
not.
and
Absolutely.
that's part of our social contract is that we don't, talk badly to each other.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes. Sometimes that's really tough. It's tough, and I have to remember that myself because I get
Mhm.
in a hurry, say, "Let's get done, get it done, get it done, go do this, do that." And I've been told I'm bossy, so
Oh,
as a Marine, you have to be bossy. People
yes.
die. You have to be bossy.
I mean, well, that's
If somebody tells you to do it, you do it then,
you have
not
to. Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but I have to remember that. I have to remember to calm it down, dial it down.
Dial it down.
Are you
That's
doing
it.
anything tomorrow for the holiday?
I think we're gonna cook. We have steak, so we got some ribeye. It was pretty
Oh,
reasonable.
we're doing
So
the same thing.
yeah, they're real
Jared wants
thin, real thin. So it's very exciting. Oh, she did send her picture of her cow on
oh,
Instagram.
let me
If you
look,
want to
let me
show
look.
it, yeah,
Sorry,
Charlotte.
sorry, sorry.
Yep.
Oh,
Before we
it's
wrap it
so
up,
cute.
is it cute? Oh my god, it's so cute. Let's see.
Oh, cute. Oh my gosh. It is, it's adorable. You'll love
Okay.
it. Hang on, sorry, I'm getting all messed up over here. You have to do all these different windows.
Yeah. Well, you probably have a lot of windows open.
I have a lot of windows
Yeah, I
open.
do like 3 or 4, and I leave it at that, and I just keep closing them.
And I usually try to get it ready, like, with all the windows open before I go on, so that
Yes.
you're very look at this.
Oh, that is cute.
That's the cutest thing. I love it.
Oh,
I don't know, does that make it bigger or is that just on my end?
oh, it
Oh,
is.
it
It's
does.
bigger. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
nice.
What eyes did you use? Are those safety eyes? Or
I
did
think they
you
are. They look like safety
yeah.
eyes, I think. Yep.
Oh,
I call them the beady eyes. I have those. I call them the beady
beady eyes
eyes.
are cute, and, what you
Mhm.
can do with the beady eyes too is you can like, I learned this with this Highland cow because, I use the safety eyes, but look at, like, you do that little stitching underneath the eye, and
Mm,
it changes it.
it really does. Yep.
So you could actually, like this one's white, so it may be a little tougher, but you could put something like if you had a darker one,
Yeah.
you could do the white under it,
A little
and it
something
would
around
make the
his,
eye appear bigger. It's like, the makeup for Highland for cows.
yeah. I mean, it really does make the eye. It makes the face very expressive, and I had no idea it would do that. It was until I did it. Yeah, it's nice.
See, she said, "Hello," so she got
Hello.
our attention. See, if you need to get, you know what? Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Oh,
make. It's
that's
gonna be a
gotta be
night.
your. That's
That's
gotta be
gonna be
your
a
thing.
nightbot. That's
Yeah.
gonna be like a nightbot thing. Hello. Ah, that
Okay.
would be so funny. I love that. I gotta
I
work on
love
that
it.
nightbot thing. It
Okay.
didn't come on tonight, I don't think, did it? I don't know if it's on or not.
That's a good question. It does not
I
look.
good because I totally detoothed it a little bit, defanged it because it was getting a little aggressive.
Mhm. That's okay.
And I know it's trying to protect you, but come on now. I guess we don't have as many trolls as other people.
Yeah.
But
Pretty chill over here.
anyway,
Yes. Very good.
you got any announcements on your thing? And we'll try to wrap up. I just wanted to jump
Yeah.
on and talk about this dragon that I'm doing. Here, I'm going to do one more thing. I want to show you the
Oh.
dragon, guys, just so that you can see this
Oh,
dragon again.
yep.
Get
Nice.
it up on the screen.
Yep. It's
And
totally
then, if somebody wants to do it with me, I am so down with doing it
Mhm.
together, but I think I'm gonna try to, do some videos on the process just because I'm really intrigued with using the wire armatures and stuff, and I think it could be
Mhm.
really a cool video for people to explore.
Yep.
But this is what this cute little thing looks like. I just
Mhm.
love him.
Right.
He's just the coolest. The coolest. Where is he at
Yes.
now? I don't even know
But
where
yeah,
now. There I
he's
go.
definitely got the
And
creature
you
from the
look, the
Black
different
Lagoon
colors
going
are
on.
really awesome.
Yeah.
I think,
his ears.
and you can make pals. I love the little pals.
Yep.
And there's a little video. You can see his little fingers.
Yep. Very cute.
They are brown safety eyes, she says. Let's see
Yeah.
if I can get that in there.
Let's
Because
see.
cows have brown eyes or black eyes. They do. They
They do.
do.
Right? Right.
They have big eyes too, man. And cows have
They're
some big
big.
old eyes.
There's some
They
big
say
eyes.
puppy dog eyes. They should say cow eyes.
Yes.
Let's see,
Absolutely.
Rita says, I made a dragon, but I still have to put it together about a month ago. I
Okay.
bought another one too, and I just didn't love it when I started. Here's the problem. Sometimes you'll buy a pattern
Yep.
and then you find out that when you start making it, you don't really love it. And I think the cow might be like that for some people too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Anyway, I was asking you, do you have any
Oh,
plans of what you're doing?
yeah. So I'll be doing some motivation tomorrow. Hopefully 9-ish. I might go a little later tomorrow. And we'll get our week started. And then popping up, throughout the week. I gotta find new times. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's fine, if you can do it, you can do it. And, I think that it's hard to get a schedule. I mean, maybe one day I'll do that, but I'm just not quite there yet. I like that 4 o'clock Pacific time hour for me because I was kind of used to doing it. And
Yeah.
it's a time when things kind of calm down before the storm, in the house. And
Yep.
for me, it's, before dinner time and before people get home from work, and it's nice and quiet in the house. And usually the boy, he's a teenager, so he's usually passed out at about that time. So
Okay.
he crashes and then he wakes up and wants to stay up all night. And it's summer break, so I tolerate it a little bit more than I usually would. But
Yes.
But anyway, I so appreciate you guys coming and talking about the dragon. And if anybody's interested, let me know. I'm going to start working. I made the tail, and I've got 4 out of 8 fingers made, and I'm going to start testing the wire in there and just seeing how that works. And Rita says, I know, and that's about the time that I make dinner. That's what it's so hard with the time zones to hit everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's but yeah, so we will do our best to put out the notifications. I'm so sorry if it doesn't hit. You might want to just double check and make sure you hit for all notifications, because sometimes I get them and sometimes I don't. You just never know, when it's going to work. I think YouTube just sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yes.
But you guys have a good night. Yes. Kelly, thanks again, as always, for coming on. I so appreciate it.
I'll hold your hand. Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. I need that sometimes.
All right.
I'm getting there. I'll be good at this someday. But
you're good. You're good.
I need that support.
It's fine.
So, all right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Well, thank you. Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.